Talk about nerve-wracking, right? If I could sit down and share a candid conversation with fate, I would be like, what the actual hell is this script you've written for me? I mean, the audacity of fate to take everything from me. My friends, my dreams, my aspirations, it just yanked it all away from me. I yearned for a family of my own, a loving spouse, little ones scampering around, filling my world with their laughter. But fate just smirked and said, no, not you. And I was left bewildered, questioning, why not me? The raw wound of the past still throbs. The thought still brings tears to my eyes. But I digress, because there is more to my tale. If it wasn't for Laelk, I would be a wreck, a ship shrouded in the fog of despair, lost in the stormy sea of life. Her presence in my life again is like a beacon of hope shining in my world. But when she first arrived, she was seething with anger. She was like a tempest, her rage engulfing everything around her. Her anger was palpable, radiating off her and making the air seem heavier, truly, really, incredibly mad. And I, the eye of the storm, stood still, bearing the brunt of her wrath. Could I blame her, though? No, not at all. I let out a sigh, the weight of guilt heavy on my heart. I should never have let her make that deal. I should have been more vocal, more assertive, more protective. However, I digress again, because her making that deal was the paradoxical saving grace. If she hadn't made that deal, I would have lost her a long time ago, slipped through the cracks of time. And if I'm honest, the mere thought of losing her was more terrifying than life's hardest trials. But now, with her here, her presence is my anchor. It brings a sense of tranquility, a serene peace that washes over me. It took days of patience and understanding to calm her down, to soothe the tempest that was her anger. She gave me the cold shoulder, not even a glance in my direction, for about a week. But since she is here now, it brings peace to me. It took days for her to calm down. She wouldn't even look at me for about a week. I haven't revealed my intentions to her yet, but I've been contemplating returning her to her own existence. I want her to have the opportunity to live a life that is unencumbered by me. Indeed, it seems selfish, perhaps even unbecoming a goddess to harbour such feelings. But I yearn for her companionship. For her to stay here with me would be to rob her of the freedom she deserves, the freedom to experience life without being under the wings of a divine being. I have lived for an eternity, seen the rise and fall of countless civilizations, but the thought of being alone, of her by my side, unsettles me. It's a stark contrast to the life I used to live, the life that was governed by mortality. I used to be like her, like every other human with a finite existence, a life where every moment was a gift, every breath a blessing, every thrill a memory to cherish. The people that Fangtaker has assigned to look after me, they've been efficient and dutiful, but they aren't her. They don't share her laughter, her warmth, her spirit. They don't bring the comfort that she does. The solace that her presence brings is something incomparable. It's not the same. It never will be. They don't understand my yearning, my longing to experience what it feels to be mortal again, to feel every tick of the clock, every beat of my heart as a reminder of the transient nature of life. I miss the thrill that mortality brings, the thrill of the unknown. As a goddess privy to so many secrets of the universe, so many truths that the mortals can't comprehend. But with that comes a sense of predictability that takes away the excitement of discovering something new, of fearing the unknown. The fear that once used to be an integral part of my existence is now replaced with bland acceptance, a monotony that's slowly eating into my divine existence. There's something that I could do, a path that could possibly lead me back to the life I yearn for. It's a risk, a gamble that could change everything. But the question remains, do I still possess that kind of power? The power to change the course destiny, to turn back the hands of the cosmic clock. It's a daunting question, one that I'm not entirely sure of. I've been debating on whether I should attempt it, but the risk is too great. If she ever found out about my plans, my intentions, she might turn against me. The mere thought of her betrayal shatters me. It would completely devastate me, destroy me from the inside. I cannot bear the thought of her looking at me with anything other than the love she has always shown me. Consequently, I have to keep my intentions hidden from her. I cannot afford to lose her love, her trust. Though I will admit, the most peculiar event that transpired in the recent epoch was an alternative version of myself appearing as if she is a mirror reflection. She is not a replica, but a variant, an alternate universe me. She bears an uncanny resemblance, yet she is distinctly not me. She demonstrates chaos, yet there is a compelling drive within her, a zealous ambition that propels her onward. She represents a paradox, a seemingly impossible combination of qualities, ordered and free, disciplined and untamed, predictable yet wildly spontaneous. This curiosity about her tics and tocs, the peculiar mechanisms that make her function the way she does, is quite, I can't help but wonder. Is it liberating to be her, or is it just an exhausting paradox? I find myself caught in this contemplative maelstrom. It's perplexingly bizarre. I suppose I could never fully comprehend what it's like to be in her shoes, to view the universe through her lens. After all, it's not as if we can sit down and share a pot of freshly brewed tea, discussing our similarities and contrasts as we sip on the warm beverage. Intriguingly enough, I find myself wondering, does she harbour the same fondness for tea I do? Does she find solace in its flavour, strength in its aroma? If my preferences are a part of who I am, then wouldn't she, being a variant of me, also share those likes and dislikes? Maybe she would, but there are no guarantees, for she is not just a reflection but a distortion, an alternate interpretation of myself. Perhaps I should seek counsel from Fangtaker. He is an observer, a keeper of secrets. Perhaps he would know, or at least have an educated guess. If anyone can provide insight into this perplexing conundrum, it would be him. However, these are thoughts for another time, for the twilight hour approaches. It is getting late and I must pull myself away from these musings. I need to go visit the other tribes, for I've been absent as of late. Besides, I am in dire need of some fresh air. These confined halls can become quite suffocating at times. I must admit, I really need some fresh air. These halls get stifling at times.